Shalom, shalom. I want to start off giving all praise, honor, and glory. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachagados Kadam. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwat and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this is an edifying video. Shalom to the confusion of faith brethren join onto our ranks. This is the brother Yawasop out of the Cleveland GMS Church. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This lesson was inspired because I was watching Salakia, the movie Gangs of New York. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. Anybody familiar with it? Great fucking movie. It's written by or directed by Martin Scorsese. If you're familiar with him, he made a lot of the. I think he made the Godfather movies, or directed them rather, because Godfather was based on a book. But Martin Scorsese made a few different movies. I think Taxi Cab Driver. He may be a Jake. I think he's Sicilian. He talented nonetheless. Did a lot of work with Robert De Niro. But that's not the point of the lesson. I was watching Gangs of New York. If brothers ain't seen it, go check it out. Because it's actually a part of the history of this wicked-ass place that they try to cover up, And that's the good thing about, Martin Scorsese made Goodfellas, if anybody's familiar with that, or Casino, And majority of his movies are based on things that really didn't take place in history. And Gangs of New York is one of them. Got the guy Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't know how much y'all off into movies. I think a few, or a majority, a lot of brothers are, though. They watch movies. And from being a child, I used to be in the movies. And the amazing part is now, I always used to get little messages from the movies, but now coming to the truth, you understand that everything has a spiritual aspect. So, so it's deep. But anyway, I was watching, I've seen the movie multiple times, but being in this truth, it brought something alive and quickened me, because I was like, wow, because it's a part on there. Now, I'm not going to show the movie. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to let you be able to see that, and I'm going to quote something, but because I'm not about to run the risk of getting flagged or my channel getting fucked with, what I'm going to do, because I don't back up my videos. But, if it's something really worth it, when the spirit say, fuck it, I'm going to do like I've heard a few brothers say, like, well, fuck it. If you flag it or you take it out, it is what it is. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to quote what he said, because at the end of the day, this is Esau. But before I start, I'm going to get the book of Psalms 37. I'm going to start at verse 1. This is a Psalm of David. It says, fret not thyself because of the evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Verse 2, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. And I could continue, but at the end of the day, it says fret not. So don't stress out about what the wicked doing, because at the end of the day, it's ultimately the will of the Most High. That's why sometimes you get chastised. For multiple different reasons, for the sins that you committed, to build you up and strengthen you. Because when you catch hell, you ever seen it's just old. It ain't even really that old. It's a Chinese movie. It's an actual kung fu movie. I'm like most of the brothers. I grew up watching that, and I'm into it still. Never learned anything, but long story short, though, learned as far as actual martial arts style. But I was listening to a few different brothers. It was like a lot of it don't work. But it's a movie called Legend. No, it's called True Legend. It's called True Legend, and it's a martial arts movie, and it's based on the Drunken Master, and that is actually based on a true story. It was a guy that actually came up with a fighting style off of drinking. Real talk. So, but if you go check that movie out, long story short, he got fucked up, and then that gave him the energy and strength to go build himself up to actually go take revenge upon himself. So my point bringing that up is, sometimes you get beaten down to rebuild you to make you stronger. In the movie, I don't know if you hip to Tammany Hall, which is actually a real person. or was a real person, Salakia. But in the movie, they call him Boss Tweed. And if you look this up, Gangs in New York, Bill the Butcher, and Boss Tweed, like I said, I'm not going to play it because due to the fact I don't want no copyright infringements or anything like that. But he was either labeled Tammany Hall or Boss Tweed. And it's a part in there, he talks to the guy, Bill the Butcher. You know, it's got, like I said, Daniel Day-Lewis, and it has Leonardo DiCaprio. What's that one fucking broad name? They call her Jake, though. All the brothers say that she a Jake. I think they said, who the fuck was fuck? Justin Timberlake used to fuck with her. She plays in it, though. But anyhow, I will read this, though. It says Gangs of New York, 2002 film directed by Martin Scorsese. So this movie, like, damn near 17 years old, going on 18 years old. And it says Gangs of New York is a 2002 film about Amsterdam Valen who returns to New York to seek revenge against Bill the Butcher for his father's death. And this is the part I want. It says, this is when the guy Bill the Butcher is fighting it. He's talking to Boss Tweed, because Boss Tweed was like a politician. And this is around the time when Esau was trying to build up, the city of New York. That's why it's called Gangs in New York. And they had the 5 points. Now, I'm in Cleveland, and it's crazy because, the elder Malcolm was just did a video about the red line and how, Esau systematically and purposely did what he did with that. When they drew that red line, the areas that fell beneath this didn't receive help like that. They purposely made those ghettos. And when you go into the 5 points, those were all the ghettos. That's why all the gangs, you had the different immigrants. You had us that was over here, Jake that got brought over on the cargo slave ships. Then you had the Edomites that were originally here, you know what I'm saying? And then you had like the Irish, which were more than likely Jake, you know what I mean? That was battling. Well, they show you in the movie that, it's a part in there where you got a Jake kicking it with, these Irish. So that's like they symbolically telling you, saying without saying how they was cool. And, we had 5 points down here back in the day. You had the different nationalities that was all, But point being, like I said, because they was fighting for work and fight for, like, they show a part on there where you had the 2 different fireman companies and there's a building burning down. So they both trying to get there to put out the fire so they can get the contract from the city. But they both, what the contract, they get in the fight and the building end up burning out. If you ain't never seen the movie, you really need to go check it out. But the whole point of me doing this video is this part. Because like I said, Boss Tweed, he was a politician trying to call himself bringing order to the city. But then William Bill the Butcher, he was a butcher by trade, but at the same time, he had a gang. It was all the native people the native Edomites that was already there. And he was fighting, saying that y'all trying to take our jobs and taking this and that. So, like I said, he had a gang of the natives, and they would go, they was doing it like, you talking about, you think that Crips and Blood shit, so, I mean, you got to really watch this movie. But it was a statement that the Boss Tweed made, and it made me think of the Edomites. He says, he was talking to Bill the Butcher, because basically he's telling Bill the Butcher, like, they calling themselves having, like, the police force here and all that, but then at the same time, he worked out a side deal with Bill the Butcher, you know what I mean? And this is the quote, Boss Tweed, it says, the appearance of law must be upheld, especially while it's being broken. And that's the one, the quote that I wanted. That's Esau for you. He got a forked tongue. You get what I'm saying? He said the appearance of law must be upheld. So they wanted to appear one kind of way, but at the same time, they be the main ones breaking it. That's why they say, like, how you have a motherfucker that know the law that breaks it more than anybody. Bear with me for a second. This is the book of Psalms 140. I'm going to start at verse 2. No, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, the Psalm of David, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. Verse 2, which imagine mischiefs in their hearts continually and are gathered together for war. Verse 3, and that's the spirit, because right now, look at what these Edomites doing. You see how this motherfucking devil, Donald Trump, is going over there. He's smiling in Kim Jong-un's face, and oh yeah, you just was telling them that they needed to dismantle their nuclear power. I mean, the nuclear missile program. Now they all on TV smiling. They talk about South Korea was up there crying. You just was up there bullying on Iran or try to call yourself. If it's actually they really bullying on you because they blew up your shit. You know, it's funny because somebody was bringing out the fact that you cried about a drone, but yet still the America downed a plane that actually had people on it. I can't remember the flight or the name of the flight, but I know a few men in the truth spoke on it though. Verse 3, and they gathered for war, because best believe just because this didn't jump off the way that they thought, oh, well, it's supposed to be automatically we supposed to be over there. And to show you how stupid these Americans is, like, you can't afford a war right fucking now. You ain't even got your homeland secure right now, but go over there. We can't take no shit. You know what I mean? They already know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, they know that shit gonna be like another Vietnam. You go over there, come on. And they ain't like they by themselves. And that's why the fuck he didn't send them troops over there for real. It wasn't because, oh, I care about the people. Yeah, fuck these people, same people that you, like, come on, man. Our people are dumb. Not just our people, just Americans, period. Anybody that believe in this fucking stupid ass place is a fucking idiot. Verse 3, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adders, poison is under their lips. Salah. And that's the point I want to get at. You know what I mean? Like I said, from the quote that man said, he said, we have to have the appearance of law, especially where we break it. Let me see if I can find it. It says the appearance of law must be upheld, especially while it's being broken. And this is the politician saying that. And how much more so you got these politicians today. And I mean, come on, you got these politicians today getting caught up in shit called Pizzagate, where they actually, come on, they was actually like having sex with these little children, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. And you motherfuckers really believe in this place. I got, what was I was going to get, because at the end of the day, this place is under the rulership of the wicked. And who are, I'm going to get it real quick. Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the Most High saying, if it's not these people, who are the people that cover the faces of the judges thereof? We ain't even talking about the judges, like the apostles. We ain't talking about the actual men of history like King James, that you got our people so stupefied on and, just dumbed down. They told, oh, yeah, that's a white man. That's the white man's book. When King James never wrote the Bible. He commissioned for the Bible to be written. And, not written. He commissioned for it to be translated from one language to another. And yeah, you got people sitting there, he was gay. I'm like, I got into it with a guy I knew. He thinking he knows so motherfucking much. I say, man, why don't you live in a damn age, you can go look up anything. You don't even need books no more. You can go look up whatever the fuck you want at the touch of your hand. We got more power. You know what I'm saying? So the lies and the strongholds that have been set before us, if you choosing to believe lies, it's because you choose to. You fucking stupid. At the end, I say, man, if you know all that he was gay, then you should know that actually he wasn't gay. It was a guy that actually accused him of being gay because he took his land and his property. He took from him. And then he wasn't labeled gay until after his death. You get what I'm saying? He had a son named Charles. Like, you got that fucking Edomite that's supposed to be the prince, England, Sir Charles, you know what I mean? But yet still, where do you think he got that name from? King James' son named Charles was called Black Boy. Known fact. Real fact. You go look that up. So why would they call him Black Boy, if he looked at like the Edomites, the House of Windsor? Because them not the original people. The House of Stuart is not the House of Windsor. Like, that's the spirit, because I was just listening to the brothers in ancient days. They said, when you go into the word Scotland, or Scot, it means black. So, what they call King James, the king of Scotland. You know, it's a whole history behind it. Like it says in scripture, like I said, it says the king searches out a thing. People just want to be given something. With, you know what I mean? If the kingdom ain't gonna come through, it's not gonna come easy. I'm gonna get something. If the kingdom is not gonna be easy, what makes you think knowledge is gonna be easy? Especially when it's a stronghold put on it. You know what I mean? Like knowledge is power. Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, meaning keeping you, exhorting them. It says, beseech, call, comfort, continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation, meaning much what? Persecution, affliction, trouble, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So this is not going to be an easy thing. So why would you think that it'd be, you just going to, information is going to drop into your life? The most ease that the Most High got you is us being on the highways and byways and us bringing this out. But then at the end of the day, that's ultimately of the Most High too, because he can have a spirit on you where you don't never understand or hear. I mean, that's what the one thing is issue with a lot of the scoffers. They don't understand what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people get offended. You know what I mean? I've seen dudes get in a fight because they don't understand what a person's saying, so they think the person trying to make fun of them. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know what I mean? And that's why a lot of people buck up against this, because they don't understand it. You know what I mean? Because that ultimately goes back to the Most High as well. I'm going to end this with one scripture, because I didn't mean to let this video go that long. Like I said, I've been trying to do quick hits, and it's like I'll be running off at the mouth. It's all the Lord's will. This is the book of Psalms 10. I'm going to start at verse 1, because at the end of the day, this video is basically all about, like I said, that the Spirit moved me when I sang that part on Gangs in New York. Like I said, I was like, God damn, that's the devil for real. That's the Esau. And I was like, he's sitting up there talking about, he's sitting up there talking about, we're going to bring order to the city and all this old shit. But then he making a side deal with the dude, Bill the Butcher. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, y'all go do this and y'all go. He like, well, shit. And then he like, well, yeah, law got to be, it got to be presented as if like law is actually upright. And that's why, you know, just based on that movie and what I'm saying now, when shit get really bad, these people are not going to come out and tell you, oh yeah, Russia's about to fuck us up, or yeah, the economy's about to crash. Or they're not going to come out and tell you that. You know what I mean? Like, they going to put on this front all the way to the ass end of it. And that's why so many people going to get caught up in it. Where you should, for yourself, look and know, like, well, what the fuck? You know what I mean? How the fuck is the economy doing so good if you got stores closing? And I'm talking about small stores that's supposed to benefit people that ain't got no money. You got Family Dollars that's closing. You got Payless Shoes, the cheapest shoe store in the fucking country, that all closed. But yet still you telling me that the economy doing good. Hey, you dumbass. And most I got you blinded. That means he don't love you like that. Like, real talk. And, you know, that's a hard pill to swallow. But you got a lot of these people don't believe in the Most High anyway. And that's cool. Because at the end of the day, it say in the book of Romans that just because of your unbelief, do that mean that the Most High, you know what I mean, like, what the Most High said, roughly paraphrasing, like, it's not going to come to pass, though. This is still going to come to pass. This is the book of Psalms 10. I'm going to start at verse 1. Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? Verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And that go back to that movie, because like I said, those people were poor. If you watch that scene, he was like, he used to go down to the docks when the Irish were getting off the ships, because they thinking they coming here for a better life, you know what I mean? And then didn't realize, and that's the thing, like you had the Northern tribe, they came over here thinking they coming for a better life, and it was all the will of the Most High. And then the Most High sent the Edomite over here, you know what I mean? Like, at the end, you cannot escape this. You know, like I said, if you know anything about the history, like I said, those were Irish, you know what I mean? Like, that was Irish versus the natives Edomites. But like I said, if you looked at it with a spiritual eye, like I said, he was cool with some Jakes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep, you know what I'm saying? Verse 3, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. Verse 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. And you know this, white man don't, Salakia. this red man, this red Hebrew Edomite, does not believe in the Most High at all. He puts on that front, like that the quote from the movie just said. It must appear like this. He appears to care about the Most High. Now, don't get me wrong. You got some Bible Christians. You got some people that appear like Edomites that really believe in the Lord, and 9 times out of 10, those are actually Israelites. You know what I mean? Like, who was that? Apostle Gabar did that video about Hazley or it was she appears to look like an Edomite, but she was saying her father. She's in the entertainment. I don't know if she's a singer or dancer or whatnot, but she was saying her father was a so-called black man. Her mother was white. But she said in her spirit, she was like, she recognizes herself as a black woman. Ain't no Edomite gonna say no shit like that. You know what I mean? So just spiritually discerning that, yeah, more than likely she an Israelite. But like I said, my point of bringing all that up, 9 times out of 10, those people that's true Edomites, they don't believe in the Most High. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was going to the doctor because of injury I had, and I'm listening to these two Edomites talk about it. Well, the doctor might not have been an Edomite because he was like, I don't understand this. Y'all go to Catholic school all your lives, but then y'all don't really even. And the one Edomite actually exposed it. He was like, well, at the end of the day, he was like, you go to 4 years of Catholic school, and we take one semester of theology class. So, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, those schools are really set up for money, because my parent was paying, like, tuition for that shit. And it ain't cheap tuition, you know what I mean? He was like maybe like $10,000 a year. So he was like, shit, for them to, he said, nah, I work for the city. Because it's all about, it's all about where you going to be at after you finish school, your lot. I mean, like, because like, that's what all these schools and shit is set up for, because you making, real talk. That's why people become Masons, not understanding the spiritual aspect behind it. Because, like, I was going to become a Mason, and I'm just giving a personal testimony. Not understanding, and to show you how much of a nigga I would, I'm like, I'm going to become a Mason, so when I get caught doing what I'm doing, I would be able to get out of the shit. That's the whole mind, not understanding shit. You know what I mean? And that's called Allah Yahweh Shah, that he woke me up before I actually sold my soul. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, at the end of the day, these Edomites don't believe in, these real Edomites don't believe in the Most High. If you come across a person that appears or pale or lacking melanin, and they believe wholeheartedly in the Bible, they might not be no Edomite. You know what I'm saying? Verse 5, his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. For as for all his enemies, he puffeth them at them. Verse 6, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's what this so-called red Hebrew Edomite, well, not so-called, he is the red Hebrew Edomite, this so-called white man. That's what because he's not white, you know what I mean? But he's labeled white. He came up with this whole terminology, you black, I'm white, you know what I mean? He doesn't feel he's going to be in adversity, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, think about it. I mean, like, for the, me and the brother was just talking about this. Just imagine the pride on this devil. Who is you to tell another country they can't have something that you got? You get what I'm saying? Like, and people so slow they can't even catch that much. When the shit happened with the Iran, when he was talking about going over there and attacking, and then he changed his mind at the last minute, what is the next step he did? The next step he did, they wrote sanctions on Iran. The very fucking next step. It wasn't no, let's sit down and talk about you about to reimburse. No, they like, we about to fuck y'all economy up. Because at the end of the day, sanctions is like acts of war too, because it affects their economy. I mean, he went so far as to say if any country get caught fucking with them, they gonna get sanctioned too. So, I mean, verse 6, he have said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Verse 7, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit. And that's the point I wanted to get at. And fraud, under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And at the end of the day, that quote that I showed proves that, you know what I'm saying? You sit up there calling yourself, creating a city, and we're gonna have policemen and watch over the city, and we're gonna do all this, but then at the same time he's doing another deal under the table with him, and that's Esau. You know what I mean? The fucking devil. I need this to go that long. So with that, I want to end the lesson. Call halal Allah Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shah by Sharon Hakadas with thumb. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth for faith and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwat and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this was an edifying video. Shalom to the confusion of faith, brethren. Join onto our ranks. And with that, I want to say shalom, shalom. Adawan Ratazah. I come at you with another lesson. Until next time, shalom and a Bible ball.